This is probably the most compact, portable, and easy to use DMX controller that I have ever owned. What's up everybody? Welcome to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. If you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. Today, we're talking DMX, lighting for DJs, bands, small bars, venues, anything where you need control over some basic architectural lighting, or even a more complex light show. Specifically, this little guy in my hand right here. It's the Vangoa DMX C54. It is a battery-powered, wireless DMX controller that you can hold in a single hand, even has an included carrying strap, and can allow you to program, dial in specific colors for uplighting, for architectural lighting, or even for a dance set at your next event. In this video, I'm going to show you everything that comes in the box, talk about all of the important specs and features, what I like about using this, what I wish I would change, and whether or not I think it's worth picking up for yourself. Before we dive into things, make sure that you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos on DJ lighting or audio or anything else coming in the future. Enough about that though, let's dive in and take a look at this Vangoa DMX C54. So there are a ton of different DMX controllers out there. I've covered some of the more complex and expensive ones all the way down to little guys like this. Now, what makes a controller like this a perfect fit for someone? This is very bare bones. It is basic. It is for getting going quick and easy. You don't have to do a lot of teaching with this guy. You plug it in, you go. You can dial in some uplights or some specific color for architectural, set it, and forget it. This one specifically, I think, is really neat because it has included wireless transmission and reception for DMX. So you don't need to run wires to your lights, or at least to fewer lights, because this thing will just communicate with the wireless receivers automatically out of the box, pairs super quick, and it just makes your setup and takedown time that much quicker. Now, before we look at this specifically, let's talk a little bit about what comes in the package. This is the box that you get, and apart from the actual controller, you're going to get 3 of these. You may have seen these if you've bought wireless DMX in the future, or in the past, I mean, excuse me. These are little wireless DMX dongles. They're not very small, I will admit, but these are battery powered. They can charge with these included wall wart plugs that they have. There are 4 of these plugs, 3 for the receivers that are included, and 1 for the DMX controller itself. Super nice that this is automatically ready to go. You've got multiple channels of DMX wireless transmission, and it's got a nice metal finish, a little plastic cap here that lets you see what color channel you're on, and then you can activate the power switch inside by just using the tip of one of the charging cables, just poking it down in that hole, or something else that's sharp. So you're gonna get 3 of these, okay? I've already got one hooked up to this par can right here. The 3 wall warts for the receivers, 1 wall wart plug for the DMX controller itself, and of course, a little manual. Now, let me throw this off to the side here, and let's talk about the controller itself. Like I mentioned, straightforward, bare bones, not a lot to see here, but there's a surprising bit of functionality. We'll start on the back connection panel. We've got DMX in and out. If you want to go the hardwire route and not rely on wireless, you totally can. They have that ability as well. There's your charging port right there. There also is a micro USB if you want to go that route. You've got battery charging, or battery status indicator lights, I should say, right here. 2 power switches, 1 for the controller itself and 1 for the wireless system, and then a little antenna. This does not come attached, it's in the box, just gotta twist it on and tip it up. Now, there's also this kind of like gold accented front piece with a little leatherette handle right here. Really cool. I mean, I guess it's not really that functional for carrying it, to be honest, but gives you something to hold on to. This itself is made of metal. It feels solid, but it is pretty lightweight. You've got 6 faders right here. You've got an A and B, an up and down, and a select button, and then an insert and delete, which allows you to do a bit of programming for some scenes and some chases, okay? Now, setting this up is easy. I turned it on. If you look on the side right here, we've got a little flashing LED, okay? Next to that LED is a button. On the receiver, which you can see flashing on the light right here, there's also a button on the inside. By clicking the button here, you can select a color: red, green, blue, yellow, cyan, whatever on here, and then clicking the button on the transmitter, you'll get the same color. Once those colors are matching, in the case of this light, it was red. Now they are both flashing. Red here, green on the light, indicating that they are paired and ready to go. Now, if I tilt this a little so you can kind of see it, I don't want to blind the camera. Let me go right there. And I've got this in a 6-channel mode, this little par. So utilizing the 6 channels right here, if I bring up the first fader, there you go, right away, instantaneous, no lag at all. Red, green, blue, we got our lime green, we've got our amber, and we've got our ultraviolet on this part specifically. Okay, it's really that easy. So if I want to color mix, we could just do a little red, little green. Now we've got a nice amber. We could kind of add in some of the other amber LED, make it a little bit more rich. It's that simple. Okay, now what are some of the other functionalities? Well, by pressing B, which is what we've done right now, we enter the manual programming mode. Okay, this allows you to just dial in the color and you can set it and forget it. The 6 faders right here correspond to the first 6 channels. By pressing the up button, you can see we've gone to the number 2. Now these faders are not doing anything with this light. This controls the next bank of 6 channels. All in all, there are 9 pages, 6 channels apiece for 54 channels of control. Now those 54 channels can be for a single fixture or 2 fixtures if you want, or you could technically have 9 individual 6-watt fixtures or set up at least 9 independent profiles so that, you know, you could have like alternating colors in your venue, or every 3 you could have different colors, anything like that. So if I go back down to page 1, now we're back controlling this light, which is set on DMX address 1. I'm assuming doing this video that you know a little bit about DMX. If you don't, I've released a book on DMX for DJs. You can find a copy of that in the description and see how DMX works. Now, the transmission distance is great. I've gone out to about 150 feet. Haven't had any dropout issues at that distance. Granted, it wasn't a very packed, place. It was just kind of me doing a distance test here. But all in all, no worries about transmission. Again, you can always go the wired route if you want. So that's your manual mode, okay? Now, if we switch over and hold the A button, we're gonna see this kind of flashing number right there. And this is going to be our programming mode. So again, I can go and let's just do like we'll just do like a yellow here, red and green, okay? And then I can hit insert, and that saves that as a scene. Okay, I hit it twice, now it says 01. Now let's go to like a blue, and I'll hit insert again, and now we have saved a blue scene. So in this way, we can save different colors that we like. You can mix in whatever you want, and you can even recall them as a chase. This controller also allows you to go back and delete or edit steps of your scene if you want. Super easy to do. The manual explains it. I'll let you guys read through that because we don't have time to go through every function. Now, if you want to play one of your scenes, hold A to exit the programming mode, and then, oh, there we go. Hit A again to enter the playback. Now you can see it's flashing really fast, but I can go on these faders. These first 2 are stand and cross, and these control the speed that it goes and the fade time. So right now, it's just doing a slow fade between them. If I pull this down, let's see here. There we go. Now we've got more of a jump. The lower down it goes, the faster it goes. So fast, and then if I move it up, now it's going slower. And if I move this fader, it adjusts my fade time, okay? So really, really nice. You can make nice, smooth fades and dial in the exact step length and how long the fade is right with these things. Slide them down again, and it just goes to the default, which is faster. Slide them all the way up, and it goes to the slowest. Now, if I hit A again, we'll exit the program mode, playing back the scenes you created. Hit B, and now we're just back in straight up manual mode. Okay, so that's about the extent of the programming that you're going to do with a controller like this. But really, I mean, that's good enough for most weddings. You could have some static colors for your cocktail hour, for your dinner, or for a corporate function. And then once dancing starts, program a few chases in the program mode, and you can have a couple color jumps or color fades or whatever you want. Now, programming on something like this is not the easiest thing in the world. I will admit it is a little time consuming, but in reality, if you've got 4 or 5 solid programs, that's gonna be enough. All in all, this is a very straightforward, easy to use mini DMX controller. Battery powered and wireless makes this a no-brainer just to throw in your box and have on hand for an emergency. Let's say your main DMX controller goes down, this can save you in a pinch. It has been foolproof for me. It has been super easy to use, and I can highly recommend this. Now, if I had to change one thing, it's not perfect by any means. The design, these weird outcroppings, this could just be a nice square. It could be a little more sleek if you're gonna use it in a professional environment. The one thing though is that the manual, while I could understand it having had a bit of DMX background, it uses different terminologies like, I don't know, synchronize a projector instead of like run an auto light program, projector instead of light or fixture and stuff. So the terminology in the manual is a little weird. That's going to happen with these kind of things. And then just the overall design, honestly, I could take something more utilitarian and plain, but on the whole, I'm being nitpicky. If you want to check this out for yourself, I'll include a link down in the description. If you like this and you like what you see, you can buy through there and support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me keep bringing you content each and every week. If you're not going to grab one of these, just like the video. Tell me what you think down in the comments. subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any future content coming down the pipeline. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for today. I will see you next time.